What's up guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'll be showing you a new location where you can sit and fish and just grind out as much money as you want. Before we get into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and also turn on notifications to be notified when my next video goes live. As always for these methods, if you want to be in this area peace and quietly with no one bothering you whatsoever, spawn in Tumbleweed and either go to Rhodes or Saint Denis through fast travel. It does cost around about $11 to $8 I do believe, but you'll be making that money back in no time, and it's a small price to pay for having a very peaceful lobby with no one griefing you whatsoever. With this video, there is a couple ways that you can do it to set everything up. For me, what I did is I went to Tumbleweed, I spawned in Tumbleweed, I fast traveled to Saint Denis, and the only reason I went to Saint Denis instead of Rhodes is because I wanted to see if I can get another wagon. I got a wagon and then took it all the way over to this location, and this location is the area that we're going to be fishing. I put it by the side, I went to go and do the method, and the wagon despawned, so unfortunately I couldn't do it. It seems like in this area wagons seem to despawn more than often. I don't know why that is. I can't wait for the update of when we can actually buy wagons, but for now this is what we have to deal with. If you go to Saint Denis to go and get a wagon, make sure you keep it close and you can get a ton of fish, and this is probably the best way to do this method. But I know because the wagon despawns that you can either go and get another horse, which is another thing I did, or you can only get one of the big fish and then just go and focus on all the small fish in this area because they still make you a decent amount of money. So the original idea for this method was to go to Saint Denis, go and get a wagon and bring it to this location like I said, and all you have to do is get your fishing rod out, go and put a lake lure on. It doesn't matter what bait you have, put the fishing rod in, and then eventually fish will spawn. We've been going over this many times, but what will spawn is a channel catfish, and these go for about $5 every time they are perfect. And because what you'll be doing is not even touching a fish, you're not even fishing full of fish, if that makes sense, they will always be perfect. Once a good amount of fish have spawned in this area, take your fishing rod out, and all you're going to do is run back and forth. Keep on doing that, and fish will sort of just disperse, going onto the land, and then they will just die out, in which you can just go around that pond area, going to collect every single fish that has just died. Before you go into this pond area, there will be an alligator. Normally it's right in the middle, you have to shoot it, and then it's just dead. It's fine like that. You can keep it in there, don't worry about it. Most of the time you'll shoot it, it won't kill it straight away, it'll go underwater, and then you just have to wait for a bit. Eventually it'll come out, it'll either charge at you or go to the other area, into the Kamasa River, and then you don't have to worry about that. But make sure you get rid of it before you start running around in this pond, otherwise you are just going to be you're gone, you're dead, you're over, okay? And then you'll have to go all the way back to this location, go and get all the fish again, and then just start from scratch pretty much. If you did have a wagon, it would definitely despawn if you was killed by an alligator. Whilst running back and forth in this pond, the types of fish that you'll be getting is a smallmouth bass, you'll get a bluegill, you'll get a bluehead catfish I think, as well as you'll get a channel catfish. And a channel catfish is what you want to be focusing on, as they will be going for $5. That is why you want to get a wagon, but if you are going to go and get two horses, you can put one on your horse and one on the other horse that you've collected, or you can just keep your horse, don't have to worry about going to get a second horse, don't have to worry about going to get a wagon, just keep your horse. Just make sure you have one of those fish on the back. You'll only get $5 for it, but you can go around collecting all the other fish. Bluegills I think go for like 75 cents. The same with the bluehead catfish, but the sea bass $2. Those are the ones that you want to be focusing on if you're going to do the last method of only sticking with your horse. But if you are going to go and just take a wagon, and I'm really pushing towards you going to get a wagon. It does take a bit extra time to go and find a wagon, and there is a chance that it'll despawn. I keep on saying that, but you'll be making a lot more money. You can easily get 6 or 7 channel catfish from this area. It is very good. It doesn't take too long as well. In about 10-15 minutes, you will have collected quite a few of them. You will have picked up most of the fish around the outside. You would have already filled up with your satchel with some of the fish. Not all of them, but definitely some of them. The smallmouth bass, you can easily get 10 within about 5 or 6 minutes. And you've got a full satchel of them. You can't pick up any more, but you can go around picking up the other types of fish. When taking it back to the butchers, you can either go to Saint Denis or Rhodes. I believe Rhodes is a lot closer. You only really want to use Saint Denis if you're going to spawn in there or fast travel there to go and get a wagon of some sort, and then go to this location. You don't probably want to travel all the way back to Saint Denis to go and sell everything. Instead, go to Rhodes. If you have got a wagon and you've got a couple fish in there, what will happen is you'll probably be selling at about $40 plus. You'll probably go in 60, maybe even 70, depending on how many channel catfish that you have in there and what type of wagon you have. Because if you have an open back wagon, what will most likely happen is a couple will fall out. you can stop and pick them up if you notice them, but most of the time something will happen and you'll just lose something. It's just one of those things. You lose a bit of profit here and there, but you'll still be making a ton of money. If you are going to take 2 horses, you're probably going to be making 40, 50, somewhere around there, not pushing to that 70 or 60 mark, because that is where you need a lot more catfish and you're only going to be able to pick up 2. Most of your money will be then relying on the 10 smallmouth bass, which will give you $20, and then on top of that you'll have the bluegill as well as the blue head catfish as well as if you want to go and skin alligators or anything like that, as you can't take the skin with you because you need to stow it on the back of your horse, but you can definitely take some of the teeth as well as some of the big game meat. Finally, if you are only going to do this with your horse, you're probably making about $20 or $30, somewhere around there. Yeah, again, you'll get $5 for the catfish, you get $20 for the smallmouth bass, $7.50 for the bluegill, and then the same for the blue head catfish. And that is why I am pushing you to go and get a wagon, because you can really make a lot of money on Red Dead Online just by getting a wagon and then taking it to this area. I did say it earlier, I can't wait for Red Dead Online to be updated when we can actually buy wagons, where we can actually store fish in the back. Something like that would be absolutely amazing. Honestly, I want Red Dead to just bring it out right now, right this second, because this method would be insane. But for now, we've got to deal with this. We've got to deal with going to get a wagon. The chance of it despawning is pretty high, but if it doesn't, keep on saying it, you will get a lot of money. But anyway guys, that is the method that I'm using right now to go and get money on Red Dead Online. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.